If you think your car's electronic throttle body is failing and you want to perform some quick and easy tests yourself without all the hassle, stay until the end. In this video, I'll explain its voltages, how its signals work, and how the computer controls the throttle plate. This will help you find the real problem before replacing parts unnecessarily. The throttle body controls the amount of air entering the engine. In this system, there's no longer a mechanical cable connected to the accelerator pedal. Instead, the computer moves the throttle plate using an electric motor. Normally, the throttle body has 6 wires, a 5-volt reference, a sensor ground, a TPS1 signal, a TPS2 signal, and 2 control wires for the electric motor. The pin locations vary depending on the vehicle. The most common symptoms of a failure include no response when accelerating, slow acceleration, jerking, an unstable idle, loss of power, and engine stalling when you release the accelerator pedal or come to a stop. The check engine light or the electronic throttle control warning light may also come on. To protect the engine, the computer may activate limp mode and limit engine RPM. Let's begin with the 5-volt reference. Turn the ignition switch to the on position without starting the engine. Place the voltmeter's black lead on a good ground and measure the reference terminal with the red lead. You should find approximately 5 volts. If the voltmeter reads 0, check whether the wire has an open circuit, is shorted to ground, or another sensor sharing the same reference circuit is pulling the voltage down. To test the sensor ground, turn the ignition switch off and disconnect the throttle body. Set the multimeter to the continuity function. Place one lead on the sensor ground terminal and the other on a clean chassis ground. There should be continuity and very low resistance. If the multimeter indicates an open circuit or high resistance, look for corrosion, loose terminals, or damaged wire between the connector and the computer. Reconnect the throttle body and back probe the connector without piercing the wires. With the ignition switch on and the throttle plate closed, the TPS1 signal will usually read between 0.5 and 0.8 volts. As you slowly open the throttle plate, the voltage should increase smoothly until it reaches approximately 4 to 4.5 volts. The TPS2 signal works in the opposite direction. With the throttle plate closed, it may read approximately 4.5 to 4 volts. As the throttle plate opens, the voltage should decrease smoothly until it reaches approximately 0.5 to 1 volt. While one signal increases, the other decreases. The computer constantly compares both signals to make sure they agree with each other. The exact values vary by manufacturer. The important thing is that both signals change smoothly without any sudden jumps, interruptions, or dead spots. When a signal remains at 0 volts, first check the 5-volt reference, the sensor ground, and the continuity of the signal wire. If the signal remains close to 5 volts, there may be an open circuit in the wire or a short to the 5-volt reference. If the voltage jumps, drops out, or freezes, gently move the wiring harness while watching the multimeter. This can help you find loose connections or intermittent contacts. If the wiring is in good condition, but one of the signals continues to fail, the entire throttle body will usually need to be replaced because the TPS sensors are built into the assembly. The other 2 wires control the electric motor. Neither wire is permanently positive or permanently grounded. The computer reverses the polarity and sends electrical pulses to open and close the throttle plate. For this reason, you may find variable voltages ranging from 0 volts to battery voltage. A multimeter will only display an average value. To observe and analyze these pulses more accurately, you will need an oscilloscope. Never apply power directly or connect a high current test light to these control wires because you could damage the throttle body or the PCM's internal driver. With the system turned off and the throttle body disconnected, measure the resistance between the 2 electric motor terminals and compare the result with the manufacturer's specification. An open circuit may indicate an open motor winding or damaged brushes. Excessively low resistance may indicate an internal short circuit. Also, neither motor terminal should have continuity to the chassis. If there's no control signal to the electric motor, check the fuses, connectors, the continuity of both wires to the PCM, and any possible shorts to ground or power. If the power supplies, wiring, and throttle body have already been tested, then you can begin checking the PCM driver. The PCM should never be the first part you replace. The most common mechanical failure occurs when the internal gears become worn or break. In these cases, you may hear the electric motor operating, but the throttle plate may not move, may get stuck, or make clicking noises. The scan tool may also show a difference between the position commanded by the computer and the actual position of the throttle plate. When this happens, the safest solution is usually to replace the entire throttle body. If the engine stalls when you release the accelerator pedal, drive over a speed bump, or come to a stop, check for dirt buildup around the throttle plate. This layer of dirt reduces the airflow needed to maintain a stable idle. Use a cleaner specifically designed for throttle bodies and a soft cloth. Do not soak the electronic components, and do not force the throttle plate open if the manufacturer does not allow it. After cleaning or replacing the throttle body, a relearning procedure may be required. This procedure can be performed with a scan tool or by following the manufacturer's specific instructions for that vehicle. If this video helped you, subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications. Tell me in the comments what symptoms your car is experiencing, what voltages you found, and what test you would like to see in the next video. Share this information with anyone struggling with a throttle-related problem, because one accurate measurement could save them a lot of time and money.